the darkest corners of folklore, where shadows whisper forgotten names. Not all monsters are born of pure malice. Some are tragic, some misunderstood, and a few are surprisingly kind. Tonight, we peel back the veil of fear to count down the 7 kindest monsters you've never heard of. Prepare yourselves. The creatures you are about to meet are born from nightmares, but their stories might just touch your heart before they try to tear it out. Let's begin the descent. Number 7. The Penanggalan. From the moonless nights of Southeast Asia drifts a horrifying sight, a disembodied head trailing its blood-soaked organs like a hellish comet. The Penanggalan is a woman cursed by black magic, her days spent as a normal human, but her nights as this gruesome specter. She seeks the blood of newborns and birthing mothers, a terrible hunger she cannot control. So, where's the kindness? The legend says the Penanggalan was once a beautiful priestess, betrayed and cursed while meditating in a vat of vinegar. This is what caused her organs to liquefy and detach. Her nightly hunts are not acts of pure evil, but a desperate, agonizing attempt to break the curse. Some versions of the myth claim that if you find her empty body, you can fill it with broken glass. When she returns, she will be shredded from the inside out, finally freeing her from her torment. A tragic figure, trapped between humanity and monstrosity. Her kindness is buried deep beneath a curse she never deserved. Number 6. The Krasue, sibling in terror to the Penanggalan. The Krasue also appears as a floating head with its viscera dangling below, glowing with an eerie light. She haunts the villages of Thailand and Cambodia. Like her counterpart, she is often depicted preying on pregnant women or newborn infants. But the origin of the Krasue is steeped in sorrow. One popular tale speaks of a beautiful Khmer princess, promised to a Siamese nobleman, but in love with a humble soldier. When her affair was discovered, she was sentenced to be burned at the stake. A powerful sorceress tried to save her with a spell of protection, but the magic took hold too late, saving only her head and entrails. Now she wanders eternally, driven by a ghost's hunger, but forever searching for the love she lost. Her kindness is a relic of her past life, a memory of a gentle princess whose only crime was to love the wrong person. She is a warning, a tragedy, a monster born not of hate, but of a broken heart. Number 5. The Manananggal. Imagine the sound of cracking porcelain in the dead of night. From the Philippines comes a creature that splits itself in two. The Manananggal detaches its upper torso, sprouting enormous, tattered bat-like wings to fly into the darkness, leaving its lower half behind. With a long, proboscis-like tongue, it siphons the hearts of sleeping fetuses from the wombs of their mothers, a truly terrifying image. Yet, the kindness of the Manananggal lies in her duality. By day, she is often a beautiful, shy, and reclusive woman living at the edge of the village. Case, she is an ordinary person, perhaps a friend or a neighbor, completely unaware of her nocturnal horrors. This duality suggests a deep internal conflict. She is a victim of a hereditary curse, a Jekyll and Hyde of Filipino folklore. Finding and destroying her lower half is the only way to kill her, a vulnerability that underscores her tragic nature. She doesn't choose this life, okay? She is a prisoner within her own body, her human side, a kind soul trapped in a monstrous shell. Number 4. The Pontianak. Her laughter, a high-pitched giggle that turns into a mournful cry, echoes through the banana groves of Malaysia and Indonesia. The Pontianak is the ghost of a woman who died during childbirth, and she returns as a long-haired, white-gowned apparition. She announces her presence with the sweet scent of frangipani flowers, which turns to a rotten stench as she draws near. She is known to disembowel her victims with her sharp fingernails. But why? Her rage is not random. It is the targeted fury of a mother whose life was stolen from her at its most pivotal moment. The Pontianak primarily seeks revenge on men who have wronged women. She is a spectral avenger, a guardian spirit for the betrayed and abused. To pacify her, One must plunge a nail into the hole at the nape of her neck. Tis transforms her back into a beautiful, mortal woman and a good wife until the nail is removed. This suggests her monstrous form as a shield, a weaponized grief that can, with the right touch, be soothed back into the gentle woman she once was. Number 3, the Kuntilanak, close relative of the Pontianak. The Kuntilanak also embodies the spirit of a woman who died in childbirth. She appears as a beautiful woman with long black hair, often seen standing on the road or perched in a tree, calling out for her lost child. Her kindness is more pronounced, more maternal. She can be dangerous, especially to those who harm children or women. Many tales portray her as a sorrowful figure. Her cries are not of malice, but of a mother's unending grief. She is a protector of the lost. There are stories of Kuntilanak leading lost children safely out of the forest or scaring away predators. Her presence is often detected by the cry of a baby, and if the cry is distant, she is close. If it is close, she is far away. She is a paradox of terror and tenderness, a ghostly mother whose protective instincts have survived even death itself. She is a reminder that a mother's love is the most powerful force in the world, even from beyond the grave. Number 2, the Tiyanak, the sound of a baby crying from deep within the jungle. Any person with a heart would rush to help. But be warned, this is the lure of the Tiyanak. When you find the source of the cries, you don't find a helpless infant, you find a demonic creature, a goblin-like monster with sharp claws and fangs that immediately attacks. It is a creature that uses our most basic instinct, compassion, as a weapon against us. So, how can this be considered kind? The kindness is not in the creature itself, but in the myth's purpose. The Tiyanak is believed to be the spirit of an unbaptized child, lost between worlds. The tale is a powerful social tool, a terrifying piece of folklore created to ensure that every child is brought into the community through ritual to be named, claimed, and protected. It forces a community to care for its youngest, to leave no soul behind, for monstrous cruelty is a reflection of the cruelty of abandoning a child. In its own twisted way, the legend of the Tiyanak is a brutal but effective act of communal kindness. Number 1, the Aswang. We have arrived at our final and kindest monster. The Aswang is perhaps the most feared creature in the Philippines, a shape-shifting amalgam of vampire, ghoul, and witch. It can appear as a beautiful woman, a giant bird, a black dog, or a wild boar. By day, it is a quiet, shy member of the community. By night, it hunts, preferring the sick, the solitary, and the unborn. It is the ultimate nightmare. So what makes the Aswang our number 1? Because in some regional variations, the Aswang is not a monster, but a guardian. These Aswang are protectors of a town, using their terrifying powers to ward off greater evils, both human and supernatural. They are a necessary darkness, a lesser of two evils that keeps the true horrors at bay. They live in symbiosis with their human neighbors, a silent, shadowy pact. They might demand a small price, but in return, they offer a powerful, terrifying form of protection. The Aswang teaches us that kindness can wear the most horrifying of masks, and that sometimes the monster in the dark is the only thing keeping you safe.